If you couldn't tell, we are excited about the splashdown of Artemis II. Here is a live look of space from the Artemis II on the left, as they are less than 2 hours away from returning to Earth. And then on your right, that's a look at the San Diego coast, where the Orion capsule is expected to splash down at 8:07 tonight. We've been following this historic mission for months, and especially since its launch 10 days ago.
In that time, the crew has traveled all the way around the moon and back again, and we are bringing in 10 TV meteorologist, our resident space expert who's gone all the way around the other side of the clock to join us from mornings to evenings now, Meredith Garofalo. And this is the last step in the mission, and maybe the most dangerous one, challenging one.
And they are saying these are the most challenging minutes these astronauts will go through, which is hard to believe because they have been through so much already. But Artemis II is truly coming in hot. 24,000 miles per hour. So all eyes are going to be on the heat shield. And I actually spoke to NASA's flight director, Rick Henfling, about this complicated part of the process. First off, he's an Ohio guy, so he gets our love already. But he says things are moving so fast that typical communication goes out the window.
We always have opportunities to consult with the astronauts and advise them on how to respond to failures, except for one particular area. As we are coming up on some of the parachute deploys, the timing is really critical, and there just isn't enough time. If a parachute deploy doesn't go well, there's not enough time for the astronauts to call down to the ground, for the ground to think about it, and then for us to provide a recommendation to the astronauts.
Cool that you can imagine. I mean, it's cool to us, but it's scary for them. Is what happens is once it does reentry, it turns into a big fireball.
Right.
And the plasma for that attaches itself to the spacecraft, that is what cuts off communication. So think about like molten lava. It's covering it for that short window under 10 minutes, and that's what's preventing us from talking to the astronauts.
Oh, wow.
So once that clears, and then they can see again, and the plasma's all gotten off of it, and they're down, and they splash down. What's next?
Well, it does take some time to recover, as you can imagine. So the United States Navy officials say they may go through vertigo, dehydration, and exhaustion, very similar to some things when you go deep sea diving per se. And those symptoms actually can last about 10 days. But I'm also told they're going to go through some testing themselves, including on their cells in their body. And the reason they're doing this is to see if there's any difference after their trip to deep space. And by doing that, they're going to learn so much more to send more astronauts to the moon, more astronauts beyond. And as we know, no one has ever gone this far.
Wow, it's going to be an amazing night. Meredith, thank you so much. It's so exciting.
It absolutely is. And you can be a part of it leading up to the splashdown. Join me on 10 TV Plus starting at 7. Our team's going to have coverage from coast to coast. If you have any questions, just text the number on your screen, 614-460-3345. Jeff?